Hello YouTubers, I know it's been a while since I made an actual video, but today's video is a very big one involving the intercom system. This is probably the biggest system I've ever built, containing multiple zones. As you can kind of have a sneak preview here, there's multiple different amplifiers going on. Yeah, I made a pyramid out of amp, but I don't think I have never showed you guys this amp, and this is what another viewer has sent me a few months back. And the same viewer sent me this along with some other goodies. We have a new specimen here. This is a JBL CSMA 180 amplifier. Now, this is a special amplifier because this one can output 100 volts, which I actually do have it set up as 100 volts. Now, this light here, what you see, this light right here, it shows you when there's an active audio signal passing through. And right now, the reason it's doing that is because there's some little bit of like a ground loop noise in the background. It's not severe, but it's not enough to get the light going. Not only that, but this amp actually has a standby feature, so if it detects that there is no audio signal going through, it will go to sleep for after, I think, 10 minutes. But, yeah, that's the case here. And then this is just a basic 8 ohm amplifier. But this connects to a set of speakers that the same viewer sent me, so it goes with this. They are intercom speakers, so yeah. I have these all set up in a special way now. We're not using the Radio Shack amp. This drives the dresser speakers, which are these. Those are not hooked up today. But this is hooked up. And a big spaghetti mess of wires here. And guess what else I finally got going on the system? I have Balcom speakers now, the self-amplified ones. There's one in here and one in the shop. And what made this possible was I got this little Fi-Find mixer, which there's a brand right here. If you guys want to look this up on Amazon, they're actually very inexpensive. They're just a mix. It's like these, except instead of doing the output like these headphone amps do, it takes in 4 different signals. Takes 4 different signals in and merges them into one out. So I could put an active page signal and an active music source in there, and I could independently control the volume controls on those. So that's how I was able to get Balcom speakers going, and then there's the power supply over here driving both of them, and then this is my little Balcom switches, which, by the way, these switches are foreign. We have a phone over here, which this one's a fax machine. Or not a fax machine, it's a answering machine. But I don't have that feature hooked up. I just have the phone hooked up. So yeah, as far as everything else in this room, nothing really hasn't changed. You got the Stromberg Carlson still in service. That is hooked up to the system right now, the main system. I have this Lowell horn finally put up. I actually moved this guy and the Speckle horn a little bit because I was putting up more lighting in here. As you can see, it's much brighter in here now since I got a hold of some light fixtures. There's a dungeon in here at times. We still got all these. We got that Quam BB2 and then the other, well, I should say the Atlas sound speaker, and then the Wheelock speaker still over here. Well, I don't think I never showed this one. This is hooked up to the system. I finally restored it, painted it black, and I just redid everything with that. So it's on the 70 volt system now, of course, on the transformer. So yeah, everything here is going strong. So a viewer has been requesting me to change tones around, which I don't know. He's been putting like day thousand change the tones around. Let's get into that situation. I cannot change page tones anymore. Unfortunately, that was the old system. I was able to, because I had the tone and then the page all separate. That was the old system, and then I had finally got a telephone interface, such as this UTI-1, which is used for today's video. Which, by the way, that same viewer that sent me the Duquesne amp, is offering me his UTI one, so we're gonna have two of these pretty soon here. This is my override phone. And this phone is new, as you can see. It's an Avaya rebranded, I believe, T-Series phone. The reason I changed out the other one was because I found that it wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be. This is completely compatible with the Meridian system I have. Yeah, no problems. And as far as music service today, here's this LG tablet that coincidentally has a USB Type-A port, which I was able to plug a flash drive into. I had this audio signal feeding from here to the inputs on the UTI-1, and then I have my audio source here coming out of the left side, which is the music and page, fed into here, which branches off to the whole system. So, yeah. As far as the tone situation, I can't change tones, so I kind of manipulated it a little bit. And instead of using the UPAM, I used the UTI-1. So, I don't want to show you too much here yet until we get done with the shop. And then we'll start playing music. I got some special music and in-store announcements to play today. So, we have another T-Series phone here. This is not the original T-Series phone that used to be here. What actually happened was back in July, we had a really bad monsoon storm one night. A lightning struck super close to the house, and unfortunately that phone got foobarred. I don't know, like probably from the interference of the lightning. Like it kept... What happened was the display was all scrambled here. This light was blinking really strangely than ever. And then these arrows are doing weird things. So that phone got fried and I just put a new one here. We still have this phone here. Here's my other Valcom speaker, which is actually hooked up today. As far as these other speakers go, I have not changed anything in here. So, the outdoor zone is completely disabled as of right now because I actually took the horn and I put it somewhere else for this video. So, nothing has changed in here. So, we'll go straight to a room. Wow, we've been in there in the past, but now it's a different room now. So, we're going to go to this room here. You guys probably remember when I first got the Hello Kitty phone, this was the room that I had a phone jack ran into, but now this is my sister's room. But she told me I can make a video in here, so we won't get in trouble. Here's a new speaker here for you guys. So, this is a Rowland, and guess what? In spoiler, I have 3 of these. So, this is just one of them. And this is not any newer Rowland. Check these screws out. These are flatheads. So, this is an old Rowland speaker, and it's got an old C10 driver, and probably from the 90s. I put 5 watts in the back. It came with this whole assembly, which is nice. It used to have these T-bar grids too, but I took them out because they were all bent and then pretty dangerous. So I already have it pre-tapped at 5 watts. So maximum. So I cleaned these all up and everything. Because I know this one person keep mentioning Rowland systems, so this is my makeup for that viewer. Got 3 of these. Not only that, but within the same room, we have a telecenter phone. And a viewer had mentioned to me that this phone here does not like to be hooked up to regular phone lines. I guess it uses, instead of using the 90 volt ring circuit, the negative 90 volts, I guess it uses a 12 volt ring circuit, which is why this thing acts erratic. So we will not be ringing phones today. Matter of fact, we'll be using it to just page. And then we never been in here before, the bathroom. Now this is where things get interesting. We have another JBL little 4-inch speaker. This is a Quam moisture resistant speaker, which is just in a little bowl, acting as a can. So yeah, this is one of those green moisture resistant speakers. This is an 8-ohm system, just this bathroom alone, which is fed off that little amp that I told you about back in the other room. This came from the same viewer. All these, he told me, I don't want these anymore. You could, he was like, I'll sell them over to you and And I bought them so because I thought it'd be cool to make a bathroom zone. So a public bathroom going on here. This room, guys, I've never been into. We have another Rowland, 2 out of the 3, same thing. Now these 2 Rowlands in that other room and this room are fed off the Duquesne amp. We have an Atlas sound speaker here. This one's actually a rare one to come with the box. You just find the baffle assembly. So finally glad to acquire one of these. These have always been my favorite. I grew up around these. This is driven off of the Bogan amp, along with 4 other speakers, including a Rowland. And I'll just kind of go over here. Here's another Bogan speaker, or actually here's a Bogan speaker, one of the ones you find at Home Depot. And I've been living at Home Depot a little too much lately because I got 3 of these now. I don't know why, I just like the way these sound. Got good bass, so I have this tapped at 4 watts. So this one's kind of, I'm going to call it the mid version, I'll call it. Now over here, we have another speaker just like that Bogan, except this is not a Bogan. This one is a Quam rebrand. It suffered a little damage during shipping, not a big deal. This is a Quam rebrand speaker. And this was actually made by Harris. I don't know if any of you have heard of that brand before, but it's got a glossy paint, and it's got also, this one came with the moisture resistant driver. It has one of those red cones on it. So yeah, this was tapped at 4 watts, 4 or 5. It's basically just another old C10 driver, the same as those Rowlands that I showed you. Now, here's another old Bogan, except this one's a modern one because the way I can tell is the dot patterns are different. Because I guess Bogan went their own direction now. Now this one's the latest version. Yeah, that's me. That's what happens when you live at Home Depot a little too much. I'm like there almost every week, literally, getting materials. So let me try to add some light over here for you guys. Now this side is the special side. This is the fancy zone, I'll call it. The super mix system. Let me see. Try to turn on this lamp for you guys. Now, these speakers here at my school, they use these for the projectors. I decided to buy 4 of these because not only that, but these can support 100 volts, which the JBL amp right now is driving 4 of these plus an additional speaker that's a different brand, which is made by Posh, which Comp Dude really likes. So we have 4 of these. These are all tapped at 15 watts apiece, all at 100 volts. It's only just this side. So here's another one. Here's the brand right here if you guys are curious. There's one here. And guess what? We have a Posh. Unfortunately, the little Posh logo came off during shipping, but check out this beefy can. That's the can it came in. And this actually has all over the place, made in USA. Now, apparently, these, I guess, were used in Red Lobsters, as Comp Dude calls them, the Red Lobster trademark speaker. So I decided to get one of these. This one's kind of yellowed because it's all plastic, but it's got a really nice driver inside. So, this is the fancy zone. We're going to go to the garage now. Which also, you guys, well, maybe I made some videos in here in the past. Oh, by the way, before I forget, here's the last Rowland speaker. It's in the washer. This one's on the Bogan amp. Compared to, unlike the other two, they're driven off the Duquesne on another zone. Now, let's say that this is the warehouse / stockroom side of the store, because this has nothing but horns. I don't think I never showed you guys this. This is not a 70 volt horn, by the way. This is actually just an 8 ohm standalone horn. And this guy, I brought it across the border from Mexico over the summer, and I brought it back here. I got its own amp for this. I bought it at an electronics store in Mexico and brought it across the border. So yeah, it's a really loud horn. That amp is touchy, so I have it quite low for that reason. And then here's another set of lines that runs off to this another APF. Well, it used to be an APF 15T, but it doesn't have the transformer no more. Also, that same viewer has sent me this along with those other speakers that were in the bathroom. I have this hooked up to the other amp that's driving this horn. I just paralleled it because it's just an 8 ohm horn, so there's no issues with that. Here is that horn that used to live in the front porch. Except today, I just decided to take it down and move it here so we could actually put service, use it for the video. And one more horn over here. This one's a special one because these ones are quite hard to find, at least the baffles. Here is a low-well vandal resistant horn. Now this baffle, one night I was looking stuff up on eBay because I got a little bored. I happened to look up low-well speakers. And there was a post that was just new, that like the person had just posted just days before, of this baffle alone. And I've seen a few schools around here use these, but I've never heard what they sounded like until I got this. I actually had to buy the horn separate. It's a low-well horn to keep it all matching. But as I bought this horn, right the next day, the seller messaged me telling me that he thought that this was not going to be worth anything and that no one wanted it. Wrong. I actually bought it because I've been looking for this baffle for a long time, and these are expensive, very expensive on some of the websites to buy parts. Now right here, what you see, this one is the most over-engineered horn ever. This one is a low-well unihorn, one of those, I think it's a LH15T, something like that. It's the unihorns. Those you can find all over eBay for a reasonable price. They're very loud, so. Yeah, here's the horns, and then one last zone. Because I'm sure you guys are ready to hear music and stuff play. Today we are using a Lucent phone. I forgot to probably block the mic. So this is a Lucent phone, formerly used to be used in Walmarts back in the day. So that's what we're using here. We have, this one's a Quam that I ripped out a year ago from Metro Center. Another Quam. This one's a new one I got. This one's another BB2. As you can see, I think I have the sticker here. This one's I bought off of eBay. Full assemblies, I got 2 of them. There's another one over there somewhere. And this one's got flathead screws. Now here, some of you guys will drool for this one here. I finally got one of those wheel lock speakers that you commonly see in Walmarts. Well, I should say modern Walmarts built. Now this guy could go up to 8 watts. Which, by the way, I do have it tapped at 8 watts. We're not using the strobe today. I'm just using the speaker. But I do have my lines pre-ran for the strobe. And I did test that strobe, and it's pretty bright. So, and that's driven off the Duquesne. By the way, all the speakers on this side of the house are driven off the Duquesne, along with the other 2 bedroom speakers. Here's another Quam that I tore out last year. There's another Quam. Another one on the table there. There's another one. Now, this one is an interesting one. This one's one of those ones with the Muzak logo on it. Which is the only post on eBay. If you do get one of these, be aware that the transformer taps will be torn. So be prepared to have an extra transformer. Because whoever tore these out, they heavily abused those transformers. So luckily I had one lying around, and I was able to fix this one real quick. This one uses a C10 driver. And I commonly see these Muzak branded speakers in malls in my area. At least specifically Arrowhead Town Center Mall. Those are original to that mall, and they're still in use to this day. Except they're all painted over, unfortunately. Here's another one of those BB2s that was back over there. This one's the second one. I think I have that tapped at 2. And then this one is a low well. Well, this one actually has a low well baffle, but it has a Duquesne driver. Which also that same viewer sent me this with those other speakers. He said do whatever you want to these because these didn't have these little screw holes. So I drilled all these holes to stick it on a back can. So these used to be B mount, or I should say clamp mount. So yeah, let's get going with the music. I don't want to bore you guys too much. Went through what we needed to go through, so. And we got this tablet here. There's that one. Bumped into the wall. Yeah, actually, I'll just put it down here. Extension 26, that's what I have this set to. Cleveland on 4, thank you. It's quite loud. But yeah, this is quite loud too, for this one room. Yes, there is one on the toilet. Unfortunately, it's been cleaned, so I cleaned it ahead of time. It's all sanitary. Oh yeah, I should go to the shop to show you. That was quite loud, as you can hear. Oh, yes. See, that's the problem with feedback. It's because we're close to these horns, that's the problem, and then the Valcom. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. Hello everyone, test check. So yeah, there we go. Does a whole house. And then here's a store announcement playing.
While shopping at Kmart for the holidays, be sure to stop by the ladies and girls fashions departments for holiday gift-giving ideas.
It's appropriate too.
There's a wide variety of holiday gifts to choose from in our ladies' sportswear department. Blouses, sweaters, and coordinated separates will complete your holiday selection, reflecting the latest fashion looks in an array of colors and styles. Girls' coordinated separates, Anytime Glitz, and Little Mermaid will provide up-to-date fashion looks for the holidays. Coordinated sleepwear, like Dreamy Nights, will make your holiday shopping complete. Happy holidays, And thanks for shopping at Kmart.
Shoppers, now's the time to shop for all your gift-giving ideas in our men's and boys department. Gift box items such as ties, hanky sets, velour wraps, and underwear can be
Sounds
found
good.
right here at Kmart.
I like these bogans. These are my favorite.
Always a great idea for that special man. In our boys' wear department, look out on suits sizes 8 to 18 will dress up those boys for the holidays. Take advantage of these holiday ideas.
Here's the horn
as well
zone.
as the many others that you'll find. And thanks for shopping with us at Kmart.
Now, this is my favorite side too, because it has that flat sound I like. Oh, by the way, these are driven off of the AA30 PHC, just these two horns on this side. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the camera here. We're gonna do a page.
We got birds running on aisle 4, thank you. Who wants to hear a joke in the store? Remember, everyone, time to eat your veggies. Thank you. Hey Joe, can you please report to the clothing department? Once again, Joe, can you please report to the clothing department? Thank you.
Let me stop here real quick.
Kmart says, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, thank you. Stacy, can you please report to the baking department? Once again, can you please report to the baking department? Thank you. have some pot roast with some mac and cheese and rice, and those yummy veggies that everyone likes to waste. We're trying not to waste veggies here, so please eat them, okay? Thank you.
Infants Department and see these holiday gift suggestions, as well as many others. And as always, thanks for shopping Kmart.
The holiday season is the time to be festive and to decorate your home inside and out. Kmart offers the widest assortment of Hudson Valley and General Foam lifelike trees, GE and Kodak string and motion lights, action figures, stand.
Disregard this advertisement. It is fake. Once again, it's not completely real. Thank you. We would like to remind all shoppers that the store will be closing in 30 minutes. Once again, this store will be closing in 30 minutes. Please make your final purchases, and thank you for shopping at Kmart. Thank you. Oh, I just changed my mind about the shopping. So we'll be closing in, rather than 30 minutes, we'll be closing in 60 minutes. So double the time for everyone. Thank you. All items are 50% off. Once again, all items are 50% off. Take advantage of it because this will not last long. You only got 30 minutes. Thank you. Hey, we need cleaning in the men's bathroom. Once again, the men's bathroom needs to be cleaned. Someone had a little accident. Thank you.
So yeah, that's it, guys. This is the big system. So as far as the Google video suggestions go, one person requested to have Christmas tunes played, but nobody else said anything. So we'll be playing some different things. For sure, that person will get their Christmas tunes, the legit stuff. So we say my final words through Paige. I don't know which spot to pick. I just pick right here.
As always, guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. And sorry for the lack of videos since things have been hectic lately.